We begin with a very serious story. A Delaware woman who says that she was severely beaten at a resort is telling her story in public for the first time. We want to warn you that these pictures may be disturbing. Not may be disturbing. These pictures are very disturbing. Tammy Lawrence-Daley says in January that she was attacked by a stranger inside the resort where she was staying in the Dominican Republic. CBS This Morning Saturday co-host Dana Jacobson has reported on travel safety for months. Dana, when I saw these pictures this morning, honestly, it was stomach-turning to me. What have you learned?
Absolutely horrifying. Yes. I've learned that it's too common, and that is the problem. More than 80% of women who travel alone for work say they've had at least one safety-related concern. In February, we spoke to a woman who was sexually assaulted by a stranger who tricked the front desk into giving him her room key. So whether it's for work or vacation, the women we spoke to are urging others to stay vigilant.
It's very difficult reliving.
Tammy Lawrence-Daley was on vacation with her husband at the majestic Elegance Resort in the Dominican Republic when she says she went downstairs alone one night in search of a snack.
I could hear footfalls behind me, and before I could turn around, he plowed into the back of me.
Tammy says the man was wearing a resort uniform. She tried to fight him off, but he strangled her, and she lost consciousness.
When I came to, it was to him beating me, about the head, kicking me and beating me.
It was hours before people at the resort found her in an underground crawl space. She was brought to the hospital with severe facial injuries. After months of physical and emotional recovery, she says she is finally sharing her story as a warning to others.
You just have a feeling of safety and a feeling of, paradise. But this can happen, and it has happened, and it will happen again.
By show of hands, have any of you felt uncomfortable, unsafe while traveling?
Yes. Yes.
Have any of you had an issue with safety while traveling?
Yes. Yes.
We recently sat down with Jen Ruiz, Jean Marie Campbell, and Anaya Richards, who are all frequent solo travelers for pleasure and work.
I've had times where I put something up against the door just so I would feel comfortable going to sleep at night in a hotel.
And it's not just at hotels and resorts.
I personally was attacked by an Uber driver on the way to the airport in Argentina.
Jen Ruiz says while on vacation in Argentina, her driver pulled over on the side of the road, forced himself on her and kissed her. She never reported it.
For me, I had a sense of shame associated with it where I blamed myself.
Tammy says she blamed herself too.
Which is, if I didn't go down there by myself, it wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have put my family through that.
Tammy's attacker has not been found. She says the police investigation led nowhere, and the hotel has not taken any responsibility for what happened.
I really hate the way they handled everything.
Should these companies be more accountable?
We sort of vote with our dollars. Will we stay at that hotel? Will we use one car service or another?
I think you're totally right about us voting with our dollar and holding these companies very much so accountable.
If these things keep happening, traveling as women, how do we fix this?
I think we fix this by, sharing our stories, speaking out, so a lot of other women can feel a lot safer.
Majestic Elegance Resort has 4.5 stars on TripAdvisor and is sold out for this weekend. We reached out to the resort but have not heard back. And the Dominican National Police told us in a statement they detained 10 people as part of the investigation into Tammy Lawrence-Daley's attack, but they were unable to make a positive identification. And Uber told us that reports like Jen's are upsetting and have no place on the Uber app or anywhere. The problem is, again, reporting it. Jen didn't report hers, and it's that shame that a lot of these women say they feel because they should have done something differently, even though it's not their fault.
But first, thank you, Tammy Lawrence-Daley, for speaking up, number one. And I'm so glad that she's going to be all right, because you look at those pictures, and it is very doubtful. But what can women do, though, to protect themselves? Because I do think you have a false sense of security when you're on vacation, especially you're staying at a really, quote, nice place.
Right, you do. And we talked about these things when we did that initial story. I mean, you have to remember when you go to that front desk, don't say your name out loud. Give them your ID. Other things that you can do is if they say your room number out loud, ask for a different room number. Make sure somebody else can't hear it. Exactly. If you're staying alone, you can give the illusion maybe that somebody else is with you. Leave a light on. The women that I was talking with, there was sort of a difference of opinion. Some ask for 2 keys, so they think that somebody's staying with them. Others want one, so they always know where it is. And then even the state State Department says that travelers read advisories and alerts online before they go to countries they don't know. The women that I was talking with, they did a lot of international travel. They said, also know the culture. Don't forget that different things in different cultures mean something. If you're walking down the street as a single woman smiling, that can mean something, really, if you look at somebody directly in the eye.
Well, Dana, thank you. We appreciate it. It's frustrating that women have to take these steps and stay vigilant. We don't hear that the companies are doing more.
Yeah.
It's on them, too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.